Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Planet Coaster 2 build. So I did actually already start this and it's crashed a number of times now, so hopefully we don't get that happen again. So basically just to talk you through what we've done so far. So we're in the tropical biome. We're going to just create hopefully a very nice park with a few different themed areas. We're not going to do too much custom stuff in this one. I think it just because I'm kind of easing back into the game after being away from it for so long. I've had a lot of very busy periods with work, and I just haven't had the energy or time really to commit to creating videos like this. But I'm back, and the plan is to hopefully continue this and do a few more. Because I really enjoy making them when I do get the time to do it, and hopefully you guys enjoy watching them. So anyway, enough about that. What we've done so far is we've got a path coming through the mountain here, just to give the illusion that it's coming from somewhere. I then created this nice little pond lake type area just as you kind of walk in through here. And then what we're going to do, we're just going to get a nice entrance. So I'm not too concerned at this point which type, what style we're going to go for with the entrance. So I just need to grab one that looks good. So we've selected entrances. Let's have a look at what we've got. So we've got this. That's probably not going to work. That's not too bad. It's quite a nice building. This is quite a pleasant thing. So let's hook this up. We're not, again, if you watch my videos before, I don't really like to get too concerned with the management side of things. I much prefer just to enjoy you know, the creative side and just, you know, build nice things, hopefully nice things. So I'm just going to get rid of a few of these little bits that don't quite fit in here. So I'm just going to go into the path tool and customize this. So we've lost supports, path foundation, and curbs since the latest update. So if I just grab this, that should be back to how it was. Yeah, nice. So what have we got here? Medieval park. It's not really the theme that I'm going for overall, so what I'll do, I'll hopefully be able to delete this. No idea what I was supposed to say, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. That's a nice little entrance area. So I know it doesn't really fit the whole kind of tropical thing, but it looks nice. And I know that we've got the new fantasy, well, I say new fantasy update, it's been that long since I played it that it's new to me. So probably just gonna, well, not that heavily, just try and kind of raise some of this and get some rock in here. And we're going to just use selected, and we'll just kind of bring some of this up around this side. I don't want to go crazy with this. I'll probably just knock it down a touch and just reduce the size a little bit. Yeah, so I just want to do something where I'm kind of blocking off people's view of the park as they kind of come to it. And I'll do the same over this side as well. And obviously we don't want people getting around this building and just kind of sneaking in, because you know that's what people will do if it's available to them. Just gonna grab, take the intensity down and get some grass on top of these as well, just to make them look a little bit more kind of natural. And then once I've got that grass in place, I'm just going to get some... we'll try trees first. Take that down, take the intensity down. Line to surface on. And then again, get a bunch of trees on here. And then we'll do the same up here. Maybe just try a few of these nice little plants as well. Okay, so that's quite a nice little area to come into. Probably just put a few benches in here. So let's have a look what we've got now. So we've just got the basic... Oh, so they're sci-fi benches. So we've got the basic benches, we've got the resort, we've got sci-fi, we've got fairy tale. We'll just put some... I mean, these are Western themed, but they're probably as simple and basic a bench as we have. I'll put these on this side so people can sit and look out at the water here. And then let's get some bins as well. And again, I want something quite simple. So again, the Western looks really nice. And we'll just stagger those out a little bit. So we've got this nice little walkway. People have, you know, it's implied that people have got off the coaches somewhere over here, and we're not going to be too concerned about that. They're then walking through here. Nice little area to walk through. They come to the entrance. Yeah, now I'm seeing how odd this entrance is in this area. I think what I'm going to do is scrap that completely. I just don't feel like it's going to work at all. I'm going to get another bit of path to about here and then put something different down, something that maybe just something a little bit more neutral like this will suffice. Unless, what's this one? No. So we've set it to entrances and we get all kinds of things. So this one's absolutely enormous. That's, again, probably not going to fit the theme very well. We've got this sci-fi one. No, I think something much more simple, much more basic is going to work here. So let's go to... I seem to remember there being a lot more Planet Coaster themed entrances and things. We will just use this one for now. I'll try and centralize that to a certain point and then have this path hopefully join them. Let's bring that down to a 2. Yeah, now I'm remembering these pathing tools are not ideal, but that's okay. It's not quite central, but I can see if I can try to make that a little bit less janky, and we'll do the same here. This, or is it? Yeah, I forget how these things work. Anyway, I'll take that back to how it was, and we'll just put something in there, some planters or something. So yeah, we've got an entranceway, and then we will carry on this path through here. We want the line width to be 12, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. Let's do a stamp again. Because once they've got through here, let's take it back down to 2. Or even 1. Yeah, that's better. and then we can just do the same on this side. That's fine. We'll put some plants, put some flowers or something in here. Let's have a look. Some bushes, reeds. Not very big, are they? We need something a bit bigger. I think something like that could be okay. So people coming in from two sides, and then we just join. Hopefully a nice standard path that's about that wide. That's cool. Okay. So I think now that we've changed this, we're probably going to have to bring this up a little bit more. Just to stop anyone wandering off where they shouldn't be. And we'll just get some more trees in here as well. And the same goes for this side. Yeah, I think that's okay. Maybe some trees just here. Fill in that little gap that we've got. Yeah. Quite nice. And then we enter through here. Let's switch these on. Let's get people in, even though people aren't really going to be too interested at this point. And we could probably just start off with, let's take a look at some of the flat rides that we can add. I know we've probably had a few more since the last time I played. We've got the Planet Coaster teacups, which I think existed before anyway. Let's have a look at... Oh, let's do create custom and not worry too much about theming and that type of thing, at least for now. What we do probably want to have at the start of the park is something a little bit kind of more light-hearted, nothing too crazy. What have we got here? That's quite a basic looking thing. Yeah, let's do something like that, and then we'll just pick a standard path as thin as we can go to somewhere like that. And then let's get the cube path, and what colour do we have? Possibly something a little bit nicer than the standard red. And then let's just weave this about a little bit, as you do. Nothing needs to be particularly perfect here. And then we'll start it testing first, probably. Speed this up. Not really sure why it's not doing anything. Oh, there we go. So it's starting to test. That's cool. Right, so I think what we will do is just change some of the colours. So we've got this kind of tropical vibe. I know we've got the blues here, which is quite nice. Maybe we just kind of go for some nice greens. I think they're just the carriages. And then if we... maybe black under there is quite nice. Frame can be a nice kind of jungly theme, if you will. See what styles we've got. Yeah, I think that's quite nice. And then we'll just change the colour to... well, I like that. Not really too sure why I like that, but but I do. Yeah, let's just go crazy. And maybe just remove that. What colour was that? So the black, I quite like that as well, actually. So stick with that. Green on the bottom, and then get rid of this for a... I don't know what colour that's changing, actually. It doesn't really matter. We'll leave that at that colour. So yeah, I don't mind that. It looks alright. Let's open it up, see if anyone wants to come to the park. And yeah, we can just start kind of putting a few nice little bits of flowers and shrubs and anything like that in here. That's quite nice. Let's just sink it down a little bit, and then we'll do the same for along here. So when you're at the ground level, it kind of, yeah, it's quite nice. I like that. I'll leave that space empty, actually. I might just have a look at some shops or these types of things. I think these types of things are going to suit the park, with the idea that I've got in mind of it being kind of this nice tropical vibe. These are always a bit of a pain to open, aren't they? We've got to kind of get inside them, and there we go. Lovely. Got a cosmic cow milkshakes. Nobody seems interested at this point, but that's fine. We'll keep moving. Get some toilets in as well. Cosmic cow again. So we want services, toilets. So probably these basic ones will do, just at this point at least. We just have like a little toilet block area when you first enter the park. And then we can probably make this look a little bit nicer. Yeah, I should have done that in the first place. Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, that's a bit janky there, but that's fine for the purposes of what that is. Essentially just a bunch of toilets. We'll just get some trees in here. Just reduce this a little bit. Oh, not that much. It's a nice little kind of blocked off toilet area as you come into the park. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. And then I think for food and things, I'm going to try and stick to these types of things for now. Viking. Oh, so here we go. So this is one of the other ones that I've seen before, with this insane thing that dangles off the top of it. It makes it really difficult to place. Right, let's try and get this to a nice position. Yeah, this is very awkward. Something like that. And let's get inside and open it up. Come on. There we go. Nice. Right, so we've got sodas, we've got milkshakes, and we don't have anything that anyone can eat. What's happening with this? So the park entrance is not accessible from the exit of... What? Is this... Are these in backwards? Yeah, I have a feeling they are. Let's try again with custom entrances. I didn't actually know that they could be backwards. I I was always under the impression that whichever way you put them, they would just work. But let's see if this makes any difference. Oh, it's on that awkward grid now, so I need to... There we go. Nice. Right, so hopefully people can actually get here now. Oh, do you know what I've just realised? Of course people can't get to the park because I haven't put any spawn points in. So that'll be the reason for people not coming. Yeah, like I said before, this is the first time I've played this game in a while, and it's just one of those things that's slipped my mind. What is going on there? Wow, no, that's no good. Do they not just join straight to a path? Is that not? Ah, here we go. Right. So I think what I'll do is literally just build this out a little bit more so we don't see that. Not that we're going to be coming back here much anyway, but there we go. People are coming. All good. Right, let's get some more places to eat and drink. Ice cream. Yeah, I mean, that's always a good shout. People always want ice cream. Let's open it up. Pardon me. I think pizza's probably just a bit too heavy at this point, since they've only just got off the coach. They don't want to be tucking into a pizza. Cosmic Cow. Sushi. Sushi's a good shout, actually. Not too keen on the table sat outside. I'm not going for that vibe just yet. So if I just get rid of that. Oh, and that. And then open it. There we go. Lovely. And then maybe just some small plants. Hopefully this is just going to be... Right, so we've got avoid paths on, but it is not avoiding a path. That's not too bad. We'll just go back in and... Oh, rocks. Okay, that's not what I'm going for. Oh, why has that just changed? Literally 2 seconds ago that was small plants. Okay, let's get a load of plants in. Probably just do the same. Oh, not there. Same around here. There. Close off that view a little bit. The trees. And obviously rocks. Tend to go down quite nicely. And then if we just do custom rocks in here, search for tropical, and then probably just a bit too big. There we go, something like that. We'll turn on random rotation, but we'll leave random scale alone. Maybe something a bit smaller. Yeah, there we go. That's all right. Yeah. Cool. I think just for the edges of these paths, it might be nice just to have something like this coming out. Elephant ears. That's quite cool. And then just one at the end here as well. And then perhaps something else just for a little bit of variety. So if we just take these off, we might what is it, align to surface on? No, surface. Yeah, that's better. Oh, we don't want random rotation on. I think that's the problem here. Yeah, so we just want them to... Yeah, that's better. There we go. So we can just put them in wherever we want now. And then over this side... Oh, that's massive. And something a little bit smaller as well. Yeah, looks really nice. Excuse me. Cool, so we've got one ride. We have plenty of space. So let's get another ride. Maybe something like that. Quite cool. Again, nothing too crazy at this point. I'll have the path from that way, and then I'm just going to grab the path tool and just extend this. Bring it this way. So this now can have right, so the exit's been placed. Just need to start doing this. Oh, not keen on that last bit. Oh, a little bit less. There we go. Cool. And then just a path for the exit as well. Nothing too exciting there. Let's get that open. Excuse me. So yeah, we're not doing too much with the entrances just yet. I think what we'll do is just get a bunch of rides in, and then we can start to make it look a little bit nicer afterwards. Let's just get some variety in here as well. I think these things are quite nice usually, but we don't want them getting in the way of the paths. Let's try. Oh, it's a nice tree. Ah, palm trees, of course. Never have too many palm trees, right? Wow. Yeah, that's cool. I'd like to get something with a little bit of colour in. Ah, perfect. It's got colour. And then I'll leave space around it for potential bit of scenery just at the entrances. And then we can hopefully just start to get a few rocks dotted about. Oh, that's massive. Okay, let's move this over a little bit. We just need something a little bit smaller. I think we'll start with the align to surface now, just so we can start. It's not the best. Yeah, that's not too bad. I think we can get away with that. Something a little bit smaller, just in these little gaps. And then I do want some more foliage. Not quite what I'm going for. Probably needs to be something just a little bit taller, so they're not getting in there. Oh, that's okay. That works. Yeah, that's quite nice. And then we'll use a few of those if we can. Just get them around here so people aren't banging their heads on it. And hopefully we can get... Well, let's just get out of the way of everything here. Oh, there we go. Lovely. Got another ride. Again, we'll just use this scenery brush now just to kind of block off behind that, so it feels like it's contained. This is completely bare compared to this one. I should have probably started with this, but never mind. We will move on. So I think we've got a nice little we've got a toilet area, we've got a few food places, a couple of rides. Let's have a look at a coaster. So again, like I said at the beginning, I'm not really going to be doing anything custom, so I'm just going to have a bit of fun playing with some of the ones that people have already built. Oh well, that's crazy. Don't want anything too big just at the start of the park. Oh, it's not too bad. That might work. So let's have a look where it's called Alpine. It doesn't really fit. No, maybe we'll keep looking. Oh wow, nothing too crazy at the start of the park. What's this? Again, insane. See, I like that. Doesn't really fit. I know I could obviously just remove bits that I'm not a fan of in terms of theming, but trying to keep this simple. So what's this here? Where is even the entrance to this thing? I'm going to place it down and have a look. I'm not really sure where that needs to be placed because I've got no idea where the entrance is. Oh, it must be this ramp. And I'm assuming these fences need to be on the ground. Wow, that is absolutely great up. So of course it is. It's on the complete opposite side. Let's try that again. Actually, I might just have a look at this one. It's using tropical theme, so that could work. Could help us out. Not having to create too much. Where's the entrance? Again. Put it down, we'll have a look. These trees. Again, that's over ground and should be on the ground. Yeah, so this is not going well just yet. But we'll get there. Forgot which one that was now. Cannot find the one that I just had. Ah, it's this one. Yeah, okay. So let's get it back to where it was, and then we'll just take it down to ground level. Cool. That's awesome. So we've got a restaurant. I'm not sure if it's a working restaurant or just one of those pre-restaurant. Oh, it is a working restaurant. Awesome. Nice. Right, so we've got that's superb. So I think all I need to do now then is connect this path up. Maybe just stamp it in actually. Make it feel like it's natural. No, too steep. Of course, we're going to get a bit of that. And then we'll just use the brush as well to make this all look the same. And then I'm not too concerned about that because obviously that's the entrance to the ride anyway. And let's get this tested. I like it. Probably just put some rocks in here. Let's make it a bit bigger. There we go. Maybe again some just some bushes just inside there as well. Some plants coming out of it. Yeah, I don't hate that. Oh, it's alright. Nice little tropical rock formation. Oh, we've got toilets here as well. This is awesome. And then we can open that up. Nice. So I'm just gonna get, just because we don't want to have to fill every part of the park up with functional things like rides and restaurants and things like that, I think we'll just get some water in, get a load of trees in, get a load of rocks in, and we can have it looking really nice without having to go crazy with filling it up. Let's try to get this into a nice kind of shape for a bit of water. And then once we've got the water in fact, before we put the water in, I'll just reduce the intensity of that, get some sand in the bottom. Just rock around the edge is normally quite nice. Sand at the bottom, and I think it just looks a lot nicer than just having sand up at the edges. Cool. And then we'll get the clear water in for that tropical vibe. Probably a bit higher. Oh, what happened? Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll just get some more of this around. Oh, is that too high? Yeah, it's too high still, isn't it? So if we just grab this, try that again. Yeah, that's all right. And then again around here. I feel like you can never have too many trees and bushes and rocks in this game. I feel like it really does give it so much more kind of life, more character, without a great deal of effort, to be honest. But it's just really satisfying when it all kind of starts looking really nice and like it makes sense. Whoa, whoa, okay, that's huge. Wow. Yeah, I've kind of forgotten a lot about this game in terms of which trees are absolutely enormous and which trees are normal sized. I mean, the size of that, it's absolutely outrageous. I'm gonna have it just because there's a bit of verticality to the whole thing. I like that quite a lot, actually. It's a lovely tree. Cool. Let me just check this roller coaster out after putting those trees down. Have we got enough? Yeah, we've got plenty of space there. That's cool. So it's all looking quite nice. Again, let's just go back and make sure we've got everything functioning as it should. Let's have a look at some scenery for ride entrances. See what we've got. Oh, this anchor here is quite cool. Oh, we've got the Hobbit hole. Yeah, I remember downloading the Hobbit holes. I haven't been back to play the game since. Monorail stations. Oh yeah, all these restaurants as well. I think we'll have some nice little area where we can get a load of restaurants in. A bit of a food court going on. That should be quite nice. What's this? Pirate Plunge. What is that? Is that? Oh, I think that's a water park feature, isn't it? So, let's see. Does that make sense here? Jungle Pirate Lighthouse. I suppose it could make sense. just as... Oh yeah, that's really nice. Okay. Anyway, I was looking for some entrances to the rides. What's that looking like? That's not really an entrance, is it? That's... I mean, that could work, but not really. That's the same one as I just selected. Yeah, so these are definitely suitable, but they don't really fit in this space. Because I haven't left a lot of space around it. Let's try this one. What's this one? Wow, it's huge. No, don't like that. That's far too big. Oh, that could be perfect if it wasn't so big. Although what I could do is just move this over. Right, how do I make sure we are grabbing both of these? We want to move it. Oh, it's not on the right axis, is it? Oh, come on. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't know why that's not all as part of one group. We can just move this back to here instead, and then just delete it in from there. In fact, I'll delete that as well, and hopefully that'll just look okay. Yeah, I like that. Really nice. I think we've buried the anchor in there as well. I'll just get rid of the anchor. So yeah, I'll just get a few more of these just to fill in this space. I like this tree, so I'm gonna steal it. Just to try and get a little bit more around here as well. I think here calls for just maybe some little bit of pebbles. Give it that kind of tropical vibe around here. Don't want it to be too much. I'm just going to reduce the intensity. Get a bit of sand in as well, maybe. Mud just to blend it all together. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that now, actually. I think that looks really nice. Now, we did lose the cosmic cow, but we can always put that in again later. I'm not too concerned about that. So for this one, I think... Is there something that we can use that's just very simple? We don't need to go too crazy with. I'm thinking something wooden based, so we can always just... In fact, what we could do is just have a look at the... Not nature region, the content pack, is it? No. Scenery theme, sorry. Viking, Western, and Pirate would potentially work. Just for wooden pieces, really. Oh, we've got these new rocks as well. They're quite nice. Oh, I quite like them. I've not noticed the new rocks actually. I thought they were all the scenery that came out. I didn't know came out with any rocks. Oh, just a random little skeleton dangling off there. Put another one down here as well. Why not? Is it? Where did that skeleton go? Oh, never mind. Some really cool stuff in here. Okay, let's just move on and see about expanding the park over here. I think actually before I start that, I've just noticed that the paths don't have railings on. And walking over this river is probably fairly dangerous. I might actually also get some kind of wooden style to this. It's a bit weird. Oh, okay, that's a bit weird how it does this. Right, so copy existing texture. Can I not? Alright, okay. What I'll probably have to do is remove some of this. Or just leave it as it is. Because it's too much hassle. That looks really weird. Okay, anyway, let's move on. So it's looking quite nice. Got a few rides, a few little things. I think over here we'll have a proper food court. So if we get facilities and shops, I think it's shop. No, we'll leave it as anything. And then I downloaded a ton of excuse me, real life restaurants that people have made on the workshop, and I was thinking it could be quite nice to have that type of area in here, just like a modern food court. Let's try and find them. KFC was one of them. And yeah, we're just going to dot them about really. So we've got Pizza Hut. And we'll put that here. We'll work out pathing and that type of thing after. Dunkin' Donuts. Then we have a Subway. And I'm pretty sure there were some more. I'm struggling to see. Oh, Greg's. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Greg's, but it's amazing here in the UK. Everyone loves it. And then we'll have a Starbucks here as well. So let's get that down there. Perfect. So I'm not really sure how all this works. So I think everything's kind of got its own pathing structure in place. I think is that just toilets in there just to get people in there with no real reason. So let's get as wide a path as we can over. Let's not have the wooden theme. Let's keep it to the same as we've got everywhere else. And then hopefully the idea here is to try and connect all this nicely and not have any really janky areas. But that's easier said than done. I think the stamp tool is probably the best way of doing it. Although there's a new circular one. That's not quite. Oh. Okay, let's just see what. So that's not the same level. Yeah, this isn't going to be as easy as I was hoping it would be. Is that the same level? Yeah, that's the same level, so that's alright. I think it's just that other one that's not quite it. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have put these at crazy angles. It's made it a little bit more awkward. Yeah, so it's not perfect, but we'll try and do something with it. Too steep. How can it be too steep? Pretty sure it's completely flat, isn't it? Okay, seems to be doing what I wanted it to do now. So we can have people come over here and eat and whatnot. We'll put a bunch of tables and things like that out. I can't remember where they are. I think they're in scenery, aren't they? A picnic. And then we'll just get rid of the wood and go for something a little bit more kind of in between, a little bit more standard. Yes, picnic bench 1 will do, I think. And we'll just have a load of these. And what I'm also going to do is just set the time. I have no idea if it's just too many. But we'll see. Oh. So we've got plenty of places to eat, plenty of places to drink. We've not really got any benches, I've just remembered. We put a few at the beginning of the park, but we haven't put any in since. So I want something standard. So let's go for the standard ones again. We'll just dot them about. No rhyme or reason to this park. It's essentially just to try and familiarize myself with the game again and hopefully come up with something worth watching. And we obviously gonna need bins, so we'll dot these about, and then gonna need them all over this place. Okay. So here, maybe a little bit of water. I can't think of anything else to do. And we'll just have the rock style and then sand at the bottom. Again, clean. And then we'll just get some palm trees. Right, let's just move this down. Yeah, so I think if we just go for nature region tropical again, just get some nice palm trees in here. And we can make it look a little bit nicer in a minute. Wow, that thing again. Some small shrubs. I think that's the smallest of that type, so we'll just... In fact, you can resize them, can't you? I completely forgot about that. Yeah, these ones were one of my favourites. I do seem to remember. Oh, right over that bench isn't going to be much good there. If in doubt, just put bushes everywhere. And then rocks, because they are just excellent for this type of thing. So we're going to just do this. We're going to have random rotation and scale on. So we want minimum. So hopefully we're not going to get anything absolutely insane. It's too small. Come on, play nice. Yeah, there we go. Don't want people falling in the water, so I'm just trying to create some kind of blocker. And then the same on this side as well. Could put a fence up, but I think rocks just look nicer. Obviously, we do also want people to be able to see the water, so can't go too high with it. Let's just get some more of these dotted around here and then here. Okay, that's quite nice. I think that's a really lovely little area actually for next to the food court. So I think round here we will just add some more flat rides. So currently they're all a little bit dull. So we can probably get something a little bit more exciting. Something like that might be nice. And then we will just, again with the queue, just bring it around here. I don't want it to be too, like, too much part of this food court area, but hopefully that should be okay. And then we'll just bring this off here. And potentially, what have we got over here? So, go to this roller coaster. Water area, food court. Yeah, I think we can probably just make something of this so that it feels a little bit more natural, still kind of part of the park, and you're not just walking through the food court to get there. I think I'm not feeling this subway at all. So I'm going to just get rid of it and just repave. Yeah, I just wanted to give a little bit more space. Let's get this a little bit smaller as well. We don't want paths here. Oh, off. Paths off. There we go. Cool. I do still want this to go close to the water. Obviously, we've got a bench there, so we need that. Yeah, so that bench is going to have to move because I'll put more of these out to hide the jankiness of the paving. I never really got to grips with the pathing system. It's a bit of a pain, to be honest. So I think just hiding the bits that look terrible is the best course of action. I think that looks okay. Maybe just one more there to cover that. I could probably just get some of them in there now. Nice. Just a random little bench there. Yeah, so that kind of opens it up a little bit as well. So maybe we have some kind of centerpiece in here. Not too sure yet, but we will figure that out. So again, we've got this ride, and we're gonna get another one just over this side. So don't usually use those really tall ones. I'm thinking actually this one's pretty cool. So maybe we kind of get that about here, and then there is just remembered there's a really cool themed version of that. Well, actually there's themed versions of everything. I've just lost my mind and completely forgot to switch that on actually. Yeah, so this is that the one that we've got there? No, it's not. I think we can use that, so we'll put that there. Let's get the path here. And then exit. Oh, no, not on a stamp. Cool. So let's open them up. And then the one that I was looking for, it wasn't the mythology board slide, it was resort board slide. That's the one. We can have this maybe here. I think the entrance starts there. Yeah, that looks really awesome. So we'll have this just kind of come. In fact, let's get that a little bit wider so that we've got a little bit of room for something in between. And then again, just this can be something pretty straightforward. Just, in fact, it could just peel off to there. And I'm thinking for this one, bring that down ever so slightly to probably about there. And all I want around here is just sand. Oh, that can actually go. I am going to get a resort themed ride to go there in its place. That's for the western. We've got the Tiki Totem teacups. That works. So we don't really have to do too much there. That's fine. And again, we don't have to do too... Oh, that's chunky. Delete this bit of path. There we go. Lovely. So now this whole area can just be sand, rocks, trees, bushes, all lovely stuff. So it's just kind of... Oops, not too far. I'll block all that off in the background as well. And then if we just grab this, intensity up, let's have some rocks up here, corner it in. And then we'll just get the rock down to the bottom and sand all the way around the bottom of this. Yeah, I like that. It's really cool. Just Get some more rock in there and down to the end. Nice. Probably need to get just a bit of grass, not too much grass, knock that intensity down, just get little bits of grass all around, make it feel real. And then when we've got the grass on there, we can just put more trees. And more shrubbery. Cool. Right. I'm quite happy with that. Obviously, this needs a lot of work. We did actually start here with the water. Just going to see how this looks just in this one little area, because I might extend that out and just kind of... Oh, no. Just... Where has it gone? Burrow it through. And then just have it go through there somewhere. And then kind of branch it out. I mean, this might look absolutely ridiculous, but we're going to find out. We'll have to put railings on all of these paths. Do it there. Actually, I don't hate that. I think if we just tidy it up a little bit, put some little bits and bobs around the edges, I think that looks really cool. Obviously, floating trees don't look really cool, so we'll get rid of you. Any more? No, we're good. Right, nice. Yeah, I like that. So I think we probably need to custom build, custom do the rocks and things here. So it might just look a bit odd if we do too much. So if we're just going to here and going to custom scenery and then get rocks. So we need to align them to surface. And mess around with scale, etc. Yeah, this could actually take a very long time, but we'll see. It doesn't have to go all the way around, it can just be here and there, you know, just little kind of rock formations. Put some trees in between. I don't know what I was thinking putting that there. That looks absolutely dreadful. I think we'll kind of cover it up with some rocks, might look alright. Make it look a little bit more natural. Yeah, this random rotation tool is actually really useful. Saves quite a lot of time by the looks of it. Okay, let's see where we're at. So, yeah, I like that. I like the rocks. I think they look cool. We're making some money, not that I care. It's I don't play it for the money. And then just these things. Yeah, I think it looks cool. I think that looks really nice. Obviously, this is all a bit bare as well. I think I'll probably just put some of those food stalls or maybe some toilets, actually. I've just realised that I haven't got any toilets at all apart from the the opening of the park. So let's find some. I think they're perfect. If they are indeed toilets, or are they changing rooms? Oh, they're changing rooms. Oh, no. Okay, we don't want you. Do we have a version of that where it's toilets? That's probably too Viking-y. I do have some ideas, actually, for some of the other parts of the park. It's not all just going to be tropical. I've got some really nice pieces that I want to use over the other side of the park, where we can just get a little bit more creative and crazy with the themes. But for now, we're just going to stick to... Oh, what's this? Viking. Does that look Viking? Yes, of course it does. Pirate Shanty, Tavern Shop, Resort, Toilets. No, of course it's not going to show me that. We'll probably do it here. There we go. Why didn't I just think to do that in the first place? Tiki Totem Toilet. Perfect. Right. Let's get a few of those in there. Pirate Restroom. Pirate Pit Stop. Hobbit Hole. Yes, I mean, I am definitely going to be using the Hobbit Hole, because what I've got in mind, it will suit having a Hobbit Hole. It will make complete sense, but for now, it won't. So we're going to leave it until we get to that point. So we don't actually have... Have I just looked at this one? I have, haven't I? We don't have any coffee, and if it was me, I wouldn't be happy with that, because I need coffee. Let's get juice in here. I'm going for the beach vibe over here. Come on. There we go. Still haven't got coffee. I also haven't got a guest services, but I'm feeling like that needs to be closer to the entrance, because it makes sense to have that. Could it go there? Does that make sense? Not really. It could go over here, I suppose. Just a random little position for it, but sure no one's going to complain. Cool, so back to this area, and we are still searching for coffee. So can we search for coffee? Excellent. Right. Latte Love Pirate theme. Perfect. Right near the toilets, because that's where I would want my coffee place to be. And Western Health Food. Small tuk-tuk with cosmic cows. Yeah, okay. That's... works for me. Oh. Oh, not this again. Why do I always have so much trouble opening these things? They always get hidden in behind all of the scenery around them. Right, okay, so I think we just need to get some trees and shrubs and rocks in here now. We could probably get away with... Oh, maybe we can't get away with that. Get away with... Oh, yeah, not that. That one's probably okay. That one's probably just too big. And then if we just grab trees, I think we get away with trees a little bit easier actually, because they kind of don't encroach the paths too much. And then let's go for some rocks. One. One rock. Yeah, they're more tricky to fit, aren't they? Oh, that's quite a nice little secluded area. Quite like that. It's really nice. Obviously, it's not ideal to have the rides kind of completely covered by trees and things, so you can't actually see the rides before you go on them. That's a rule that I normally stick by, but on this occasion we just need to fill these in and make it look like a real place, because it doesn't really make that much sense at this point. Yeah, that's looking so much better than it did before. I'm quite happy with that now. So obviously this is all just a little bit dull and bare at the moment, but if we can find some kind of maybe a fountain, if we can spell it correctly, something like that might work. Blueprint would be wow, that's quite nice. Not really the right kind of theme. Oh yeah, look at this. That's cool. Can we make something with that then? Shall we? What's this one? Oh, it's like a pirate. Okay. Right, I'm gonna go for it. Now we need to delete circle. Well, not that big. Maybe just keep it as it was. I need that to be ground level, white in the right place, but we'll just move it over. In fact, if I do that to get the correct positioning of it, and then raise it up, then we can get base. Oh, that's huge. Is that? Yeah, that could do it, you know. I'm gonna have to make that circle a bit bigger though, to stop people just phasing directly through it. That could look quite nice. Can we scale this? Yes, perfect. And then just want to drop that in to the center. You can just go, and then obviously just make this a bit bigger. Yeah, that's okay. It'll stop people from phasing through it. I think it's just something to look at and something to break up the view a little bit, but it's not great. Some planters and some trees in here might be quite nice as well. So if I just have a look at a planter, we could. Well, that's massive. Oh, it's 181 scale. I think I need to take those off. What's going to be the best? Where are we sending people? Coming in here. And we want to just put some palm trees in, I guess. Does that work? Yeah, I think so. So if we just create a new group, and then just duplicate this along. We want to kind of try to get some kind of straight line up towards that, so it makes sense. I'm not really sure it does make sense, to be honest. It's a bit random. But yeah, I feel like it just needed something slightly more. I might even just dot these about in really random little places. I think the view of this whole thing just needs to be broken up. Yeah, so I did say at the start of this video that there was no rhyme or reason to this park. It was just essentially having a bit of fun, putting something together and just seeing where it goes. But I think I'm actually quite happy with where it's going so far without any real kind of plan or direction in place. What I started with was essentially just tropical park, and that's it. Like I said, I do have a few other ideas that I want to do, maybe just over this way. Well, kind of block it off and have some nice entrance into it, so you know that you're going into a different part of the park. But apart from that, yeah, it's all right. I think it's fine. Yeah, it's doing the trick. We've got guests. Well, we've only got 485 guests, but there's not a great deal going on just yet. We've got a few rides. We've got places to eat, places to drink. Obviously I switch all that stuff off anyway, so I don't really care, to be honest with you. But obviously just making a park realistic, you kind of need that. So okay, back again. Let's try this again. Having quite a lot of problems with crashing at the moment. Please do let me know if you're also having the same issues, whether it's something to do with a recent update or something else. But when I used to play this game fairly frequently, I never really had these issues at all. So it'd be interesting to know what the problem is with this. So that's the second time it's happened so far in this video alone. So I'm just filling in some of these spaces here. So this path now is going to come out from here, and we're going to go into a couple of new areas. I'm just going to get rid of these bits that we don't need. I'm going to just put a load of rocks in. We may not keep them, but it's just so that I can get an idea of kind of framing the whole thing. So we're going to have a path down that way and then a path off this way. So this section here, this actually is going to need quite a lot of rocks. These dark rocks obviously work perfectly for what I've got in mind. So we're going to have this rough rock terrain all the way around here. Doesn't necessarily need to be this big. We'll probably just rein it in a little bit, bring some of the terrain up around the edges, get that as large as we can, because this is going to be a dark themed area. So what I have in mind, a while ago when I was playing the game quite a lot, I created some custom pieces that were kind of based on the Lord of the Rings, more specifically the Mordor area, some kind of dark theming on some rides, and just a few scenery pieces that I created as well. So I'm hoping that I can use those here, because I've never actually used them in a park before, because I created them and then just ended up getting to a point where I didn't have time to play the game anymore. But obviously now I'm back. I am hoping to have more time in the future. But the plan here is to create Mordor. And like I said, I've never really used these pieces, but I'm hoping they work well. So let's get this into some kind of basin almost. Just doesn't have to be even. I just want it to be rough. These bits here are gonna have to come back because I have something that I need to put in there. So let's just bring those back and out of the way. So yeah, I have let's try and remember what I called these things. So I think I called it, oh yeah, the black gates. So it's exactly what it's called. So it was just a little recreation of the black gates that I was hoping to use, and now I'm going to get the opportunity to do so. So this is awesome, and this should be absolutely perfect for this region. We're going to have this, let's say we put it around there, and then we'll just kind of get rid of some of these rocks. Not all of them, but some of them are just in the way a little bit of the actual gates themselves. I don't mind that being in the rock a little bit, but I think we just need to take it in just a small amount, and then on this side as well, just pull it in. These rocks that I put down earlier can go as well, because they're just floating at the moment. Let's raise up the ground just here, and then get rid of this rock. Don't like that one. Yeah, quite like that. And then obviously we can get rid of these guys. I added just for scale whilst I was building it. So yeah, I hope you agree. That looks pretty epic. And then as we go through into Mordor, we're gonna get all the rides that kind of fit that theme. So obviously this path is going to have to change as well to be a little bit more kind of ominous, if you will. Let's see what we've got. So if we've got anything that works, maybe something like this. I mean, it's brick, it's not exactly ideal. We can also, I believe, switch it off completely now. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll keep the path there for now, just so I can remember where it is later, and then we're going to remove the path, just make it invisible, so that it looks like we're just walking on the rocks. So that's the plan. So I'm going to start putting the rides down. I think they were all flat rides actually. So if we look at my creations, we have the overpower, which I will just put, let's have a look, how much space have we got? I'm just going to put them in, and then we'll have a little look from there. And then we have the polarity. This is going to need space around it. I just need to remember whereabouts that needs to go. About there, is it? Yeah, I think that's fine. And then we have the rock slide, which is essentially just a slide that I spent a very long time putting rocks around. We'll put that there, and then we'll just raise the ground. There we go. That's just ridiculous, but it's all good. And then I did create some scenery that doesn't necessarily do anything. It's just there for, you know, just for the visuals of the thing. So we've got this little tower here. Let's get rid of these people. And the idea behind this tower is just to kind of have it up on the hills. And we could just duplicate that and use it as many times as we like. Which I think is quite a nice little thing. It's obviously fits this theme really nicely. I think we could probably do with a few of those, a few more over this side as well. And then let's get another one a bit higher up. Should be fine. Cool. We've got some rides. I did actually create just one more thing. I think it was it Strider's or how did I spell this? Strider's Lodge Food Court. Yeah, that was the one. Which was a cool little thing that I built. So we'll try and kind of bury this in the rocks a little bit. Just get it down to ground level. I can't remember exactly where that needs to go again. Let's try there. Might be okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. With the paths, I will remove all this stuff for now. Make sure it's on the ground. I'm just going to raise that tiny amount. Just to flatten it there. Nice. I'll get all these opened. I know we can't actually reach them yet, but get them open. Yeah, I think that looks really nice. And then we'll just, for this one, bring a path off it first so that we can keep an eye on it, and then I'm gonna go for the invisible path on this whole section. So yeah, I'm hoping that works. I've never actually used the invisible paths yet, but that looks so much better and so much more in keeping with the theme. And then what I'll do is I'll keep the path that we got. So I'll use this one. Oh no, not there, just there, and then start branching off. I think we've got the line width just a little bit too thin actually, so I'll just delete that. There we go, that's much better. And then we should be able to join that up. Nice. And then obviously we're going to want to branch this path off onto the other areas. So maybe under here we can have, maybe just bring that down. I'm thinking water, but I'm not really sure if water's going to work. If we have quite kind of rough water, can we do something with that to make it less green, you know, less blue, make it, I know with the pools actually, I know that with the pools we can change the colour of the water now. I'm wondering if we just use a pool but not actually have it usable, and then put some rocks around the edges so that we can have the red effect. I did create, again, another thing a while ago. I created this for the sci-fi theming that has a pool in there, but then inside, if I can actually select the pool itself, which I believe is probably going to be next to impossible at this point. So it's at the bottom here, so remove a couple of these rocks out the way, we might actually be able to get to it. No, forget it. Anyway, I know you can change the water colour. I will get rid of that because it makes no sense in here whatsoever. So yeah, I created little paths to these rides as well. They're not the largest of paths. So if I just scrap that and then continue these out a little bit. And then this path, and we will copy. Is that just a standard path? Okay, we want standard path. And I think it was just before, so we can just bring this around to join that. Yeah, so it's not looking amazing, but you get the idea of what we're trying to achieve. Let's put that there. Now we can just switch these rides on. We'll just get people in here, get a feel for how we want it to all kind of work. For this here, obviously now that we've switched off all the borders and things, this is going to have to be obviously a bridge. So we'll just use standard railings. We'll add supports, foundations and curbs back just to this bit. Maybe one more there. Possibly actually down here as well. Yeah, and one more. Hopefully we can do something with keeping that a little bit better thing. I think these railings are, they're not terrible, but they don't quite fit what it is we want. Just going to do the same for all of this here as well. So we're going to have all of this set up to work. So we'll have this whole queue go out over the top. And I think we will kind of create a bowl here and have water that comes in underneath, even if it's just standard coloured water. I think that'll be fine. We'll put some rocks around it and make it look quite nice. I don't think I've done a queue or anything like that with this one, so I just connect some kind of simple queue to this. Maybe to about there, and then we'll just get a normal path out from here, and then we'll join them up to a path that we connect it to in a minute. So we'll come back here and branch from line with 12 angle snap. Get rid of the angle snap. We'll have it go. Oh, it's gone down. Actually, yeah, I don't mind that. I think we'll keep that like that, so it's kind of going underneath. And then these ones can just something like this. And it's just going over the top. Oh, no, it's not quite it. Let's try that again. I'll keep it straight, just going over the top first off. And then should be able to just join this up nice and simple. There we go. And then the same for this one again. Keep it straight over the top and then bring it down. Okay, it's not great. Oh, we've lost the supports as well, and we've also got some whatever that is. We will try and fix that. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay, so I think we've got enough headroom there. Of course, I'm not 100% sure about that. We're just going to raise the terrain here. And support it that way. So that I don't have to do anything with custom supports, and then we'll just bring this all in, straighten that off. Doesn't have to be perfect there, as long as it's touching, that's absolutely fine. And then we'll kind of just bring this down here as well. Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah, it works for me. Get that open. So we've got a member of staff on their way down. Just remember I need to get rid of these guys as well. But we don't have any guests coming down. How many guests have we even got? We've got 681. That's not too bad. Speed it up a little bit as well. What's going on there? Ooh. Yeah, I have no idea what was happening with that. So we've got shops, we have rides. The rides are... oh, they're not all open, but they were. Okay, so the rides are now all open. And now it is a case of filling this area in with, well, water first of all. And we'll just have the rough water. Oh, ooh, not that much. Like there. Can we afford a little bit more? Nah, not quite. I think that's fine for now. I wouldn't mind having a little bit more. Just, we can probably just bury this, burrow this down just a little bit more here as well, just to kind of get water in around this section. And actually, if we remove this water, do the same further around, we should be able to get it as one big yeah, one big lot of water all the way around. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I like that. Obviously we've lost the supports there now, but we can live with that. It's absolutely chucking it down, so I'm just going to change this. I just want to have a nice sunny bit of weather so I can kind of get a better feel for the whole thing and actually see what it is. Cool. So, what, if any, plantation are we going to see in Mordor? We're going to see dry plants. I think that's probably about it, isn't it? So if we just have a look in scenery, no, not scenery theme, nature region, which one are the dry ones likely to be in? Let's try Mediterranean first of all, and we'll just look for... oh, here we go. So we've got really, really, really dry ones here. It's going to be quite a long process putting these in, unless we can scale them up and just randomize. Just try and make this look like, you know, a barren place, a hot place. Let's see what else we've got. So we've got the round versions. They could work. Is that going to get people's heads cut off? I think they're alright. And then we've got the lower ones, which is perfect for somewhere like this. Let's have a look. So we've got green ones. We've got... oh. Do we have any trees that are kind of dead-ish? I know we've got cactus. It's not quite what we're looking for. If we just turn that off as well, go back to trees. Try and find some that look kind of... they're not too bad actually, because they're... Actually, I quite like the look of that. I know it's not a dead tree, but it's an ominous, eerie kind of style of tree. Oh, here we go. Now we're talking. Right. So that must be from the fantasy pack. So these are going to go perfectly. I wonder if we've got anything. Oh, we've got... I mean, that's a bit silly with the face. It's not really what we're going for. Yeah, this type of thing. So it's just going to be... really kind of dry and freakish stuff everywhere. So I've got the face as well. It's got the face. I don't want faces. Yeah, I'll put some more of these down. Let's have a look what else we might have. What's this one? Yeah, that could work. I'm thinking just all over. I've no idea if that actually looks good or if it works at all, but I don't hate it. And then what we'll do is just see if we can find some more actual living trees that might work in here. So we've got that one again. I think we'll use just a few of these as well. And some slightly smaller ones we'll have some trees, eh? Why not? Growing from anywhere. So they don't have to be... Well, it doesn't have to make sense, does it? It's not a real place. How far can we go with this thing? Can we get something like this in here? Yeah, it's alright. Cool. Is that good enough? It's a bit plain, isn't it? It's a bit boring. What else do we have? Surely we've got something we can... Yeah, so red, bit of red. Won't hurt. Let's have a look at facilities then. So we've already used the ones that I created specifically for this. We're gonna get away with mirrors, or I mean that would be okay for toilets if we do something about the colour. We just like knock that down to a bit a darker set of colours. I think that should be alright. Yeah, that's all right. You know, quite happy with that. And then what I'll do is I'll just copy this one, another one as well. Why not? Yeah, I think we could probably get away with stuff like that if we just, so anything that's kind of wooden. So we used the pirate guest services before. Could potentially get away with that in here as well if we, again, darken colours. Get rid of that blue. What have I selected there? Have I selected the right thing? So we just want blacks and dark reds. Can we do the colours from here without having to select specific bits? I don't think we can we? Just try and colour this as best we can. I think the wood needs to be darker as well. I think that type of kind of black brown colour of wood suits this area quite nicely. Just darken everything. I think that's alright. It's got too much purple on it. Spend all day fixing that, so we'll just I think what we could probably do is if we just get some, maybe a couple of rocks or something in there. So I think we're still looking at tropical because they've got the nice dark coloured rocks. Don't want anything massive, it needs to fit. Yeah, there we go, that could work. So kind of covering up the edges a little bit. Oh, it's a floating rock now. Okay, that's fine. That will do. More rocks, I guess. Let's get random rotation, random scale on, align to surface on, and then make this place look a little bit more natural. And some reasonably sized ones here. Cool. Let's have a look if we've got any massive rocks. Not getting in the way of the path, it is a little bit. Yeah, it's looking okay. Let's get some over here. Just think some more water. I think we just keep adding little bits of water in and everything will be fine. Are they still floating? So obviously we don't want the restaurant to be floating, but we do want to have enough space for this water. And then we're probably going to need something here just to stop everyone from jumping in. So what kind of fence do we think is going to work here? Something really simple. That's a little bit too kind of witchy wood. Yeah, I think probably this. Let's just turn off that angle snap. Let's get rid of these again. There we go. Perfect. Okay, that should do. That's fine. And then I'm just going to get rid of these paths. Just to make it feel a little bit more natural. Oh, well, not that one. It's just disappeared completely. Yeah, that's fine. So anything that's raised is going to be, obviously, it's going to need to be a bit of path. Just these kind of little bits here don't need to. But yeah, I think didn't do anything around here, did I? So probably do something around here. Add some, I don't know, some more shops, or maybe another ride that isn't necessarily themed, or can be themed. Potentially something like Viking, for example, something that's just made of woods and that type of thing. So we've got teacups here. We've got the Viking upswing. We could get away with something like that in here, but I think that, well, do you know what? No, I think that's okay. It's fine. I'll allow it. I'll just raise the ground and then get the path. Down. Oh, is that? Oh, that's not it, is it? Yeah, from there, and then the queue. Is that dangerously close? Or I think that's okay. Right, and then we can open that up as well. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. That's the best we've got. It's the best we can do. So these here I'm not a fan of, so we are going to just get some rocks. And we're going to stack them. Oh. Not sure if we can get away with this looking any good. Where's them rocks gone? Aha. Oh, well. Yeah, that's all right. It's not great, but I'm reasonably happy with it. Kind of makes more sense now than just simply dangling off the edge. So yeah, that's my very basic attempt at Mordor. Yeah, I'll leave that. I'll leave it as it is. I think it's fine. I keep saying it's fine. Right, so yeah, we're gonna move on to the next section. So I'm gonna try some of the sci-fi as well. So let's see if we have much available to us. I know I've downloaded a few things from the workshop. sci-fi food and drink. And then we've got, in fact, we can get away with it being sci-fi. We can add rides that don't have any real like theme into them, because they're kind of sci-fi by default. And coasters as well, yeah. So we'll just test that. We'll leave that for now. So I'm gonna have a look at some coasters, because I've just realised it's only just occurred to me that we do only have one. And that is not perfect. So, going to add a few different rides to this area, and then we'll work on making it look good after. I think just some oh, that's a really great ride for a sci-fi themed area. I'm not really sure how that works in terms of entrance, etc. Oh, so they're over that side, aren't they? Oh, I thought they were here. Is that not how this works? How am I going to get out? Am I going to be able to get out there? So that's the exit. And now I need to place the entrance. That's awkward. I'm not really sure. Place entrance. Oh, here we go. So it is going to let me do that. So we're getting on here. We're getting off there. Okay. That's fine. We'll leave that one for now. I'm going to come back to it all after. Flat rides again. So what else can we have in this area? We've got something similar to that already. That's quite sci-fi-y. I have a feeling that I've already got one of those though. Do we have one of those? No, we don't. It was this one that I was thinking. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll have that. Right, what else should we have in here? Do we get one of these? Oh, that's quite cool, actually. Oh, the aeroplane, spaceship type thing. Perfect. Right. So what kind of ground do we want? Let's have a look. Here. Pebble. Oh, this compact dirt could potentially get away with it being, you know, another planet type thing. And then I'm going to want to, again, raise the terrain around it. So we don't really want a lot to be seen on the outside. I quite like containing everything, you know, when it's a specific theme, for example. So if we just do this, get it contained. This is likely to be probably the final themed area anyway for this, unless I decide to spend a little bit more time and branch off into another area. Get this raised as much as we can. We can tunnel into that. I think that might be quite cool. Is that now high enough? I don't think so. So yeah, we just need to raise this so that the people feel like they're contained somewhere. And then just get some more of compact dirt and just Get rid of all this grass from this area. Quite like these rocks being here, actually. They kind of feel like they make sense. Now maybe just some less intense bits of pebble and some dirt, maybe some sand. Just standard rock as well, just patched about. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. That works. Right, so now is the part where we need to actually link up the rides, make sense, maybe perhaps style the colours of them, because they're all a little bit of a mishmash at the moment. So let's get this path, and hopefully I should be able to just move it around. And we should be able to get entrances and exits off from there. Got the existing texture, grab that one. There's one. Cool, so that's that one. That's it. We'll do the same now for this. And then hopefully we should just get that simple kind of asphalt grey path, and we'll do the same for all of the other rides. Oops. Copy existing and then out. Paste. Oh, that's not going to give us much space, is it? I've probably put that a little bit too close, but we'll try bring it out. That should do just fine. Oh, we're getting a bit close to that one as well. What's going on with this? Why is it not playing? Oh. Ugh. That's not ideal, but that's fine. We'll live with it. Oh, again, we've not left much space. Making a right mess of this. Hopefully we should just be able to weave this one around. I know they're coming out on the complete opposite end, but I'm okay with that. Just want to make sure that no one's going to be hitting any rocks with this one. It's close, but I think it's fine. So let's open these ones up now that we've tested them. They're working fine, and then we've got this final one to deal with. So let's get this queue. Probably get away with that coming through here. And oh, whoa, no. That's awkward. Is that right? I need to check which part of the track coaster's on, so I know if this is gonna. Oh no, it's going over the top. That's perfect. Okay. nice. And then hopefully we can get this out this end. I'm not particularly confident that we can. Can we get it to go underneath? Oh, it's definitely not perfect. But I reckon that's alright. Right, so that's a nice little kind of sci-fi starting point anyway. I do have a bunch of things here, so sci-fi food, toilets. Oh, I think I created this. Yeah, I did. I completely forgot I built that. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. So we've got that. We've got the restaurant. Actually, we've not had any restaurants yet in the whole park. So this could potentially be a place for one. I mean, it's absolutely massive, so I'm not really sure if there's actually space for it unless we just, not that way, dig into this a little bit. We're gonna have space for it there. That could work. Where do we go in? Is it here? Where does it want to snap? It's trying to snap. There. Okay, we can fix that. So let's get the terrain raised to meet. That's pretty cool. I like that. Does it make sense in there? And we're not pushing through this. We're okay. Let's just get that all the way around there. And then just build it up a bit more. Just there. So this part of the path doesn't work at all. But we can reconnect there. In fact, I really like that path style for this area, so I'm just going to completely change all of this. I feel like it just makes a little bit more sense. For a sci-fi area. I think the only ride that we've not got open so far is this one, but it cannot be open. Place Staff Gate. Right. Staff Gate? That's new? Is that new? Not seen that before. Okay, fine. So we've got everything open. I think I've got a few more things as well that I can use. So we've got this vending display, which is nice. I'm not sure where I can use that. I think I need to get a bit of path that walks up that. So let's try. Oh, I see, it's already connected to there. That's fine. That's dreadful. Turn off these railings. Alright, what's wrong with them now? Oh, so they are open. Okay. Right. And the next thing. Another restaurant, but I think that's another large one. We've got, so that's the one that I added from before. Sci-fi food and drink shop. Yeah, that's fine. Something like that. It can just go there. And then let's have a look at what we have for sci-fi. I don't think we've got much, have we? Oh yeah, we've got this that I created that I showed you earlier, so I can probably just plonk this in somewhere as part of a ride. Might look quite cool. I'm not really sure which point it needs to be sat. There. Yeah, like I said earlier. Oh, I found the pool. Watercolor, color string. Aha! Perfect. Earlier on I couldn't find that. I wasn't able to select it. So yeah, that looks cool. If we just paint some rough rock around here, I think it'll just make more sense with that being there. And I think just more of this in general. Okay, so I think there's another path on the other side of this, but I just remembered. If I burrow this through, it could potentially just be another entrance to the Mordor area. Can I get it through? Not quite. Potentially if it comes through here. Ooh. That's ugly. Copy this texture. And we'll... Oh, we want the railings on again. All the way up there. Yeah, I just think it's probably a good idea to have another way of getting to the area. Let's get that through there. Can't put a railing on that bit. Is anyone going to fall off? Yeah, probably. Let's move this across. It's incredibly dark in here, but I'm just going to put my torch on and have a look. Actually, do we need to open up the restaurants as well? Oh, we do. No tables connected. Oh, okay. What do I do? Select. What do I do? Oh, let's try this. So... connect tables. Okay, brilliant. It's easier than I was expecting it to be. So we want to connect all of these tables. I think there's some more just out this way. Double check. Yep. So we say confirm and then open. Perfect. Nice. I love that. Cool. So I think I know obviously this is it's meant to be like an alien planet. For example, we might be able to get some kind of greenery in here. No, maybe not. Maybe we just keep it quite sparse. It's not the best looking place. I'll just have a look at adding some rocks. It might just help. Where we get those ones. Yeah, so I don't really feel like trees are going to make any sense in here. see if I've got anything else that might work. So I've got this bridge, but that doesn't really make any sense. Facilities. No, apart from the other restaurant, there's not really much there, is there? What's that? It's quite a cool looking ride. I'm not sure if we'll fit it in now. Kind of filled in all the space with rocks. Do I like this? I'm thinking no. What do I know? I've said it so many times already in this video, but I'm just getting myself back into this game. I'm very happy with this whole tropical vibe. But for the rest of it, I feel like it just makes absolutely no sense. But I've had fun doing it. I hope you guys have had fun watching, if you are indeed watching. We've got quite a lot of guests, actually. It's the first time I've looked for quite a while. 3.8 star rating on the park itself. It's not bad. I think that's okay. I think I'm probably going to wrap this one up here. Just because I feel like I've run out of ideas at this point for this park in particular. But yeah, I mean, if you enjoyed this video, please do consider liking it and subscribe to the channel. My plan is to create many more of these. I've done a few in the past. I do really love making these videos. I really enjoy playing this game. And I will promise you one thing: parks that I create from now on are going to look a lot better than this one. So yeah, I'll wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.